so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
League of Legends de esta nueva season, ¿vale? Así que tengo mucha curiosidad, quiero ver qué novedades van a meter, cuál es la idea de juego y todo esto. Así que vamos a ir empezando.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot Brightmoon, executive producer of League of Legends. And I'm here on behalf of the entire League dev team to welcome you to Season 2023. First off, I want to wish you all a happy start of a new season, and I want to thank you for the marks you've all made on League. From the hype plays to the big brain moments, and all the ways you've helped make League what it is today. We have a lot to share with you, including our final updates on Ahri and Aurelion Sol, some upcoming skin thematics, an update on Ranked, and a sneak peek at some champions we'll be releasing later this year.
Vamos a ver qué dicen por aquí.
Coming, I want to share a quick recap of this year's preseason. So let's go.
Vale, vamos a opinar de esto, a ver qué dicen.
The Chemtech Drake has had a major glow up. In her new and improved form, instead of resurrecting friends and foes, she now mutates all the plants on the map.
Esto es un acierto, Lo anterior daba demasiados bugs y salió todo muy mal.
And each time you defeat the Chemtech Drake, she'll grant stacking tenacity, plus healing and shielding power. If you claim the soul, you'll deal increased damage and receive damage resistance when at low health. We also added new pings to help you communicate with your team more effectively.
Esto fue un fallo, lo de... Si os fijáis, vamos a darle un poquito para atrás. Esto, para Riot Games, yo creo que fue un fallo. Esto de aquí. Porque básicamente lo que utilizaron es para flameos, tío, nada más. Está bien a lo mejor para alto elo, pero para lo que viene siendo... Cualquier jugador de LoL, menos que sea competitivo, es una basura eso. A mayores, lo que hicieron de las votaciones de los dragones me pareció un poco F. Eso está muy bien para la gente que está empezando. Genial esto. Los cambios de ARAM están bien. Hay que acostumbrarse nada más. Y a mí me parece que están bien. Vamos. Da un poco de variedad ahora mismo. Antes había personajes como tal, aunque no eran tan eficientes, yo creo. La utilización de Ahri.
Her base, her skins, new VFX, splashes, and all 9 tails have been updated and will be out for all of you in just a few weeks.
Hicieron bien el cambio de Ahri, La ulti creo que es un poquito más difícil de ver ahora, La anterior como que tenía un poquito más de color y creo que se veía mejor.
There are a few champions who haven't gotten a new skin in a while.
Vale, vamos a ver a quién le van a dar.
Ivern, Kled,
Aurelion, porque obviamente le van a reworkar, entonces ya le van a sacar una skin, yo me imaginaba. Ivern me parece normal, Kled y Kalista igual. Pero seguro que hay alguno más que puede estar por ahí en la lista de los no sé cuántos días sin skin. Esto mola, la verdad. Buah, esta skin de Karma puede estar chulísima,
Not all within the Fey world is light and beauty. After we leave the Fey realms, we're returning to a fan favorite.
Vale,
a little bit more adorable than beautiful. The skin line that brought you Pugma, Corky,
Eso está bien,
and Yorick in a cat onesie is coming back. So open up some catnip, dust off your chew toys, because more champions are getting fluffy.
A ver cómo hacen, me interesa.
Just a few of the new things we have planned for season 2023. I'll hand it over to Riot Oberon, who will share our plans for Ranked.
Vale, las clasificatorias. Lo que me gustaría es que me dieran un poco más de lore de saco.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Roberts, also known
Ojalá
as Oberon,
metan algo así.
for the Game Loop team. We work on things like champ select, matchmaking, and the various queue types from ranked to normals. That means we're not
Pues el
just
matchmaking está un
focused on
poco
rabbit
F, ¿eh?
grinders. We're also here for players who just want to have a good time with friends. Last year, we shared a blog update with some of our upcoming plans, including anonymized champion select, pick order swapping, and the loadout recommender.
Vale, eso está decente,
Since
vamos a
then,
decir así.
we've also been working on a few other projects, and there's one big thing I want to talk to you about today, the mid-year ranked reset.
A ver qué dicen, a ver qué dicen. Vale, reinicio de clasificatorios a mitad de año. No sé si es muy
Ranked
buena
splits have been
eso.
in the game for a few years, but until now, they were just a way to separate the single ranked season into thirds to help folks pace their progress. Starting this year, the 2 ranked splits will have a full ranked reset in between, with rewards to match.
Vale.
Here's the thing. A lot of players come back to League at the start of the season, ready for their climb to their ranked goals. But when we look at the data, it doesn't actually take the whole season for players to hit their peak rank if they've been playing consistently every patch. If you don't take your foot off the gas once you start your climb in January, you'll probably reach the peak of your climb around halfway through the year. After that, things can get a little rough. For players at higher ranks, the middle of the year can be a stress fest of playing just enough to avoid decaying or demoting. And once players realize they're not steadily climbing, many of them either drop out of ranked or turn to smurfing. Neither of these things are great for fair matchmaking or enjoyable league experiences, especially for players starting their climb later in the season.
Está muy bien, pero también eso lo podrían
There are honestly
facilitar
a lot of
ellos, ¿eh?
reasons why most other games, other Riot games included, don't have year-long ranked seasons. So this year, we're getting with the times. When Split 2 starts, it won't be as heavy a reset as the one in January. We're not introducing a second preseason, so the game won't change dramatically enough to warrant making you re-earn your rank to the same extent. And if you've got something keeping you
yeah.
AFK for the first half of the year, don't worry. The mid-year reset is even less significant if you haven't played many games since January. We know this is a huge change, but it's one we think will help keep League feeling modern and fun while addressing a few of the pain points we've seen over the years. Okay, that was a lot. Let's end things on a high note by talking about the shiny stuff. Rewards. Each split, you can earn the full ranked reward suite. Icons and emotes, ranked borders, and a ranked skin. Yes, that means there will be 2 skins for ranked this year. We're also adding in some extra rewards for your climb as you
A ver, lo que
progress in
tendrían que
ranked
dar
skins.
es como más esencia azul solamente por
We're
jugar
also
directamente
removing the gold rank
clasificatorios.
requirement from ranked skins.
Porque cuesta mucho
Now,
pillar los
every
campeones. Yo
ranked
creo que
player will have
así
the chance to earn the skin
podría
moving
estar
forward,
guay.
with chromas to match your final rank. The skin will continue to reflect your final ranked achievement, but we want you to also be able to earn it through dedication to climbing. That said, if you're below gold, it won't be as easy as play 10 placements for a free skin. The number of games required to earn the skin is drastically higher below gold, so just because you now can earn it at silver or below, doesn't mean you will. That wraps things up for me. Up next is Riot Lexical, who's going to talk to you about our plans for champions this year. Thanks.
Ah, la recompensa, a fin de
Climbs.
cuentas, que ahora lo van a dar según número de partidas, aparte de lo del Elo.
Hi everyone, Lexi Riot Lexical Gal, the product lead for Champions here. I'm going to talk a bit about some of the new champions we have planned for this year. But before that, I want to touch on our plans for the year overall. This season, we're focusing a bit more on smaller updates to the parts of the champion roster that has been left in the dust. We want to continue improving older champions' gameplay fantasies, so we'll be doing more mid-scope updates throughout 2023. And beyond gameplay changes, we'll also be polishing up some of the roster with much-needed VO updates for a few of our older champions like Nidalee and Varus, both of whom cross path with some of our upcoming champions.
Amigo. A ver cómo va esto.
First up this year is Aurelion Sol's CGU. In the last LoL
Uf,
pre,
esto no sé
we
cómo irá,
showcased some of
Esperemos
the
que
updated
no sea
abilities
una
that
autorización de
define
mierda de
dragon
esas típicas.
fantasy. But we
Y que
didn't
no
go
sea
too
rotísimo.
deep into the parts of his kit that
Que no se creen un
strengthen
Yumi
Star Forge
o algo
ability.
así.
Not only can Aurelion Soul forge stars like a
Lo de la E me
nebula
parece
in each
interesante.
place, but he can now drop them from the sky onto his foes in Summoner's Rift. Ooh, ouch. As we mentioned before in the last video, his new passive causes all of his abilities to grow in size over the course of the game, including his new ultimate.
A ver la ulti.
I mean, what's more satisfying than
Bomba.
dropping a massive star you forge in outer space
Eso mola, la verdad.
on someone's head? We can't wait to see what you all think of the new and improved Star Forger, and we hope
Eso hay
a
que
lot of
verlo
you will
después,
find
porque
amazing
el equipo de balanceo
After
tiene que estar hasta los
Aurelion Soul,
cojones,
we'll be releasing some brand new champions. One of our goals for the past few years has been to make sure we have a champion for everyone to enjoy.
Un poco F, porque
So
Ceri.
we try to have a diverse champion pool that's inclusive of all cultures, genders, and in-game skill levels for every role. And that brings us to our first new
Para mí un
champion of
acierto
the
de este
year.
año fue el campeón Vex. Para mi gusto.
I'm super excited for all of you to meet our male enchanter from Ishtal. Displaying an incredible understanding of the fire axiom at a young age, Melio uses fire not to raise cities, but to soothe wounds. Now he travels to Ishalcan, carrying the hopes and dreams of his family on his back, along with his trusty backpack. He's about to face the biggest challenge of his young life, the Vidalion. His journey to Ishalcan will broaden his horizons and introduce him to new people and places, but it'll also bring him closer to Yuntao's darkest secrets. But no matter what challenges come, he'll always bounce back into action and be ready for his next adventure.
Esa era la.
We're done with the adorable enchanter.
¿Cómo se
We're
llama?
moving on to something a bit edgier. I know some of you love
La Darkin, tal
complex
vez, no.
champions and novel link skill descriptions. But others wants to focus on macro play and pounce into action with a straightforward
Sí, acepto.
If that sounds like you, good news. Nefiri is the Darkin for you. She's a mid-lane assassin made for those of us who want to focus on the hunt. After awakening from her slumber, her first objective is to track down her Darkin brethren. Her newfound body, or bodies, seems like a cruel twist of fate at first, but they prove useful for locating her fellow Darkin, and as a source of wisdom. After all, it's always
Hay que ver
better to
cómo es la
find a
jugabilidad, que es la más clave.
I have some bad news though. Unfortunately, Nefiri is the only champion this year without a shirt. We know how much you all love abs, so don't worry. We'll be looking for more opportunities next year.
Vale, a ver, Skarner.
It's been a while since we spoke about everyone's favorite crystal scorpion. The Skarner VGU team has started exploring ways to dial up his scorpion fantasy.
Ay, pues lo del aguijón me parece interesante.
No arthropod hiding stone and turn to find exciting themes, kits, and stories. We'll be releasing.
Quiero ver uno de aquí. A ver. A ver de los del principio.
At this phase, we're
Básicamente esto es un cangrejo. Supongo que escorpión. Queda más parecido a esto. De momento esos dos serían los que más me llaman. ¿Este o este? Sí, este de aquí. Bueno, un huevo. Esos no, son como muy tal. Otro jungla. Y otro de míos. Oh, el midlaner ese me llama la atención, a ver cómo es. Porque supongo que será de Johnny, además.
That pretty much wraps
O
up
de
things for
Johnny, como lo
today.
queréis llamar.
But I do have one small update I want to share before we go. For years, you've been asking us for the ability to play League in any language, no matter where you are. I'm happy to share that later this year, you'll be able to select your language in League settings.
Oh, perfecto.
We hope this makes your experience a little bit more enjoyable, no matter where you're playing from or what language you speak. I also want to remind everyone who has Xbox Game Pass to link it to your Riot account. This way, you can unlock every champion for free and get a 20% experience boost for as long as it's active. We have a lot more in store for this year, and we cannot wait to share more later. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on your climb, and I'll see you on the Rift.
Está bien, de momento. Vamos a esperar a ver qué pasa con Riot Games y poco más que añadir.
Just tripping on day.